Hey guys, Chico, he provides. Hey, last night just before sunset, popped in to have dinner. Finishing up dinner, still wasn't sunset yet, and I was coming out to shut the chickens up in the coop. And heard a tiny ruckus and opened the front door, and there was a pit bull trying to get under my steps. I chased it off. In hindsight, I maybe should have done something else, but I chased it off. Realized one of my chickens were in under the porch, and the dog was trying to get to it. Come out to the yard looking for my chickens. They were all dispersed. Hang on. And seen this. So it took a while. The two Rhode Island Reds actually finally came back to the coop, and the sun was fairly well set, but it was still, you could still see. And then just before bedtime, my wife noticed one of the white hens going into the coop. One of the white hens has never shown up. Sorry about the wind. I'm a little concerned about what I'm going to find, and because of roaming dogs and the occasional coon, I shut the coop up, so the one white hen is in there. She was there. She must have dashed in and I didn't see it. The one hen who lost the feathers seems to be hurt. So I'm going to go in and check on her. There's a little blood on her feathers. We're going to see what we can find out, and I'll let you know. Yeah, she looks hurt. That is our Amberlink. We'll be back. So all four hens are in the coop. The Leghorn, she must have slid up in the roost. She must have went into the roost right as the dog was chasing, or while the dog was still here, because we never saw her. And when we seen the Rhode Island Reds go in, no sign of the Leghorn. The two red ones were on the bottom scratching around, you know, but they were in the coop. So we just assumed that the Leghorn had flew up in the tree or was hiding under something. But she was in the coop all along. The one that lost the feathers, I'm not exactly sure how bad it is right now. It doesn't look too awful bad. Her neck is raw, and there only looks to be like one small spot where it actually maybe got into the meat. It looks like the dog chomped down on her neck, and maybe caught a little bit of the meat in her back, but mostly just got the feathers out. It looks raw, doesn't look too horribly bad. At first my heart just sank because, you know, all them puffy feathers, so it looks like her neck is 6 inches around when it's really just like this, so it looked like a big huge gaping hole. But on closer inspection, it doesn't look too awfully bad. This particular dog, it has a collar, and I've run it off 3 times prior. It's young, and I think what happens is, I think it's an inside dog, and they let it out to run some, and they don't realize, maybe they don't realize that it comes over here. It was outside our coop once when we run it off. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to handle this situation, but I am absolutely over losing hens, or at least having my hens harassed by neighborhood dogs. I know, and I've heard it all. Build a run. I need to invest more money. I need to invest more time. I need to do this. I need to do that. I kind of understand what I'm hearing, but also, this is my property. My hens don't leave my property. I keep an eye on my hens, and if my hens leave the property and go somewhere else and they get killed, That's on me. It's totally on me. But here, when animals come, and it's all been dogs. Every time it's been dogs. When dogs come from people's homes, these are not wild animals. These are owned by people. I don't feel like I'm the one that needs to invest money. I don't feel like I'm the one that needs to invest the time. I don't feel like I'm the one that has to suck up the cost of protecting my flock. They're here, and I'm here when they're out. I don't sit and babysit them like grandchildren, but they should be able to play in the yard just like my grandkids without fear of attack of a dog. Period. End of story. I have 5 grandkids. I shouldn't have to build a fence around my yard so that my grandkids can play in it. People should keep their dogs in check. So that's just my rant. A little bit of anger right now. I'm sure that some of you can relate. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on. As of right now, all 4 hens are alive, and only one of them, it looks to have even lost a feather. I'm hoping she'll be fine. I'll let you know in future videos. And we're going to deal with this dog situation somehow, some way. I don't know how yet. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you've experienced, or what you know, or even what you believe, what you think might be the right thing. I don't have the money to build a fence around my place. I don't. And I don't have the physical, I don't have the physical prowess to do it either. I'm not, if somebody dumped off all of the materials in my front yard today for free, I still couldn't put the fence up. One, I lack some physical capabilities, and 2, I lack some mental capabilities. So that's not an option. And if it's, hey, I gotta let the neighbor's dogs come and do whatever they want in my yard, and I gotta run my chickens in the coop and grab up my grandbabies and take them in the house, because it should be okay for these people to let their dogs run loose, then we're going to reevaluate some things. So, but a fence is not an option. A run is an option for the chickens, but I also feel that's like imprisoning them, because my neighbors don't take care of their dogs, their animals. So I like for my chickens to be able to get out. I like them, like right now we haven't planted anything in the garden. I like it that they're scratching and fertilizing in the garden. I like for them to be able to eat the bugs up close to the house. I don't want to keep them in a run. I want them to have access to what they're given. So anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for coming along, guys. Godspeed.